because he supported the jab.
Yeah.
What do you think he would do there?
Yeah, well, everybody wanted a vaccine at that time. And I was able to do something that nobody else could have done, getting it done very, very rapidly. But I never was for mandates. I thought the mandates were terrible. And there's a big portion of the country that thinks that was a great thing. You understand that. Not a lot of the people in this room, but there is a big portion.
We lost people because you supported the jab. Because Donald Trump, amidst an absolutely voluntarily horrendous response to the pandemic, did one good thing. The absolute bare minimum that literally any president would have, no matter how many times he says he's the only person that got it done. All he did was put money towards vaccine development. Literally everyone would have done that. It's crazy to assert otherwise. He didn't outright try to stop a vaccine from being developed. And for that, he is being attacked by right-wingers who believe that he is in league with Bill Gates and 5G or something. It's unfair to attack Donald Trump for this because he did actually support the vaccine. He tried to get conservatives to take it after the fact, and he has steadily had to shut up about that. He still wants credit, which is why in that he says lots of people think it was a good thing, maybe not you guys, and he's not wrong. Lots of people think that having vaccines amongst a public health emergency is not a bad thing. But this is his legacy, I guess. Tucker Carlson and others on the right so poisoned the country against vaccines that even Donald Trump is getting attacked in this way. Right? What do you think?
I mean, his response is the correct one from his perspective and for his political ends. The way he, walks between the raindrops on this is to say, listen, we had to do something. I did something and fast, but I didn't force you to take it. And that's the right answer. And that's the way to appease these folks and be like, oh, that's right. And he redirects them with his jujitsu to basically have them say, that's right. He's a freedom guy. And yeah, there's tons of stuff I don't do. But at the same time, that's just counter to a lot of the Republican ethos, which is like, I genuinely only want to feel good about myself and angry at other people all the time. And when it comes to keeping folks alive as a result of the vaccine, they just kind of cherry pick what they think is the main motivator for them at that moment.
Yeah. Well, they want to feel that they have access to privileged, awesome information that the other sheep don't have. And they also have this honest, true anger and fear and resentment towards something like the people who are actually in charge, but they have been very carefully steered away from identifying why they're angry and what should be done to allay that anger. And so they're just always looking for some sort of pressure release. And so I guess the vaccines are the elites. So now all of the anger that I have from, me and and the rest of working class Americans being left behind by the system can go towards that, I suppose. So I get it. If Trump cared as much about those people and their lives as he does about his own political future, he could say, by the way, because I love and respect all of you, the anti-vaccine stuff is absolutely absurd. I went through COVID. It's not a joke. It's serious. My lungs are Swiss cheese. Thank God for the vaccine. It saved hundreds of thousands of lives and you should all get it. He could say that. He's never going to say that, of course.
Yeah. And it does. Yeah. It's not what's important to him. Keeping people alive was not important to him. And it's not really important to a lot of politicians. The most important thing for politicians is to get votes so they can stay in office. And so he doesn't. It's crazy that keeping people alive doesn't get you the same amount of points as preaching this weird gospel that literally kills people. But
weird.
That's just a result of what the poison that Trump kind of pumped into the ecosystem of discourse on the right.
Yeah.
And it was amplified by just the structure of discourse through social media and a dying cable news mass media delivery mechanism that really just needs to make it spicier and spicier so that it actually registers on the taste buds of a rabid America.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.